This is a great conference for residents. It's geared towards residents and resident education. So coming here as a resident has been helpful for me. I get to look at topics that maybe don't get highlighted in a certain way at other conferences, but in this conference are geared more towards the resident education. So it's beneficial for a resident to be here to learn, covers all topics related to foot and ankle, and that can be interesting for residents around the country.
You know, I promote this program to all the residents in my community because there's several things that happen. One is there's not one area in our profession where there's lectures geared to residents, and I think that we gear these lectures to the residents and their resident education, both for day-to-day activities and also board certification, which leads them to a better overall understanding of the things that we have at hand in the general private practice as well as the hospital practice. The other thing is that it builds camaraderie. It is a great program for what we call wellness for the residents. You bring your residents here and have them all work together, going to all the conferences and lectures, and then going to all of the workshops, and then having them have a dinner together. It really does bring the team together, and I think it's a team activity. And without Present, I don't think we have that around anywhere.
So some of the workshops were excellent. They were hands-on. I think my favorite one was the X-Fix workshop because we were able to use sawbones and external fixators and figure out, the appropriate placement for pins and things like that. And it's just really nice to get our hands on it. All of the attendings who were present in the room were experts in that area, so we learned a lot from that experience.
One of the things that I think is really awesome about Present too is that I don't know if other attendings understand the importance of this program from not only them being here, but the residents being here, because it's the basics of podiatric medicine and surgery. And when you get that down and then you have the workshops, you have hands-on skills that you can take back and put in practice right away. In my opinion, lectures and conferences need to be geared to learning something new and being able to put it in practice right away, as opposed to learning about it, putting it on a shelf, and never using it.
The Residency Rumble is supposed to be a fun, friendly competition, but since pretty much everybody in this profession is a type A personality, it can get very competitive, but it's fun. You have 60 questions that you have to answer with your co-residents, and everyone's broken up into teams. The goal is to answer them correctly, but also fast at the same time. So the quicker the answer and the more accurate the answer, the better the points you get. And so it was a pretty fun experience, definitely a little nerve-wracking, because you're trying to answer everything very fast. So, but I had fun.
Also, the Residency Rumble is a real fun time. Residents get together and everyone loves a little competition. So all the programs that are here get together and they do the Residency Rumble, answer questions, and the winners, depending on their where they place, get a different prize.
The question was, what would you suggest to your fellow residents and students on encouraging them to come to this conference? I would say that it's a great educational experience, but it's also very fun. They feed you really well here, which is always a bonus when you're a resident. So you'll get to learn a lot. It's a no pressure type of environment. So you're going to lectures that you're interested in and learning different topics from people who are specialized in that area.